You are so sexy. Can I rub your nipples? No. No, you can't. Were the Hardy Boys the best duo? Yes or yes? I mean, yeah, to an extent, but like, for me personally, the Dudley Boys will always hold a very special place in my heart. I used to think I was Jeff Hardy, to be totally honest with you. I would jump off my roof onto a trampoline every single day. I'm actually really surprised I never broke my neck. But yeah, Hardy Boys are definitely among some of the best tag teams in WWE history. In the past, did you see yourself in the position you are now? Being completely honest, like, I have no idea where I'm even going to be tomorrow, but if you're talking about this whole YouTube thing and running a kind of successful channel, straight up, I didn't even expect this channel to reach 100 subs, let alone almost 36,000. I am honestly beyond words every single time I see that number just continue to rise. It's so humbling, and honestly, like, while we're on this topic, I just want to give you guys a fair warning. Just be careful out there, and I'm not going to name any names in particular, but I'm just going to let you know, there's a lot of people out there, especially really big name people that everyone knows, who got their following by following thousands of people at a time and then just unfollowing them a week later. You know who you are. Like I said, I'm not gonna name any names, but if you've been doing that shit, you know who you are. The only reason I say that is because I had a couple of these big name customizers do the same thing to me. Yeah, I use an unfollower tracker. I'm pretty sure that everyone does nowadays. Next question. Why do you like customizing shoes a lot? If I can be like totally honest with you guys right now, I honestly don't like customizing shoes in the least bit. I am way more of a restoration type guy. When I first got into this thing, what I was doing was just complete midsole repaints. I painted the upper of a pair of Air Jordan Black Tongue 5s one time, and I got just my inbox flooded with people that wanted really intricate customs. But I'm not an artist. Like I've said before, I'm just someone that can change the color of your shoes. Shout out to B. Rivers. What's your first car and opinion on Yeezys? Yo, I don't remember the model at all, but I do know that it was a two-door coupe and it was a Saturn. And the only thing that I remember from that car was that it was a complete piece of shit and a complete pain in my ass. And when it comes to the Yeezys, honestly, I'm not too fond of them. I mean, they look alright, I guess, but I'm just not crazy about any of them, from the Nikes to the Louis Vuittons to the new Adidas line. It's just doesn't really do it for me. From when you started making YouTube videos to right now, do you still have the same joy that you did when you first started, or do you see it more as a job and a hassle? By the way, love your content, man. Alright, I'm gonna get pretty deep with you here, and the short answer is no, and the long answer is yes. I absolutely still get joy out of making YouTube videos, but what I'm trying to say is, like, when you get to a certain point, you will maybe make a video that you're extremely excited about, and then when you upload it, it just doesn't get the reaction that you were expecting whatsoever. What I ended up doing was just teaching myself to not give a shit what anyone else thinks. Like, I have a 25 facts about me video that I did for my 25,000 subscriber special, and I had so much fun making that video, and I don't even think it cleared like 1,000 views on it. And like, I was really, really excited about that video. And it just turned out that no one really wanted to see 25 facts about me. They just want to see me paint shoes. And I'm fine with that, but like I said, this is my channel, so if I want to make a wrestling video every now and then, or if I want to make a video where I just list 25 facts about myself, I'm gonna do it. And I don't even care if people don't want to watch those types of videos on this channel. Like, I have fun making it, I had fun filming it, editing it, uploading it. That's all that really matters to me at the end of the day. So to answer the question, yes, I still definitely enjoy YouTube. I just understand that not everyone is going to appreciate the content that you put out. Are you in a Facebook group for shoes? If so, which one? Yes, I'm in a group called The Kickstand. I'm actually an admin on it. We're an Australia-based group, and if you want to join it, I'm just going to let you know right now. Read the rules, because we enforce the rules a lot, and if you don't follow them, you get a warning, and then if you break any of the rules again, you just get kicked out. Pretty much, it's just a community where we try to look after one another, and if you show up trying to just take advantage of the community, we don't want you there. What is your second favorite Green Day song? Probably Basket Case, now that I think about it. I mean, it's actually a really tough call. Like, it's really neck and neck with Boulevard of Broken Dreams, you fuckhead. Just kidding, love you, Brian. What was the first shoe that started your collection, and what was your first restoration or custom? Air Max 90 Infrared. If you have been following my channel for even a month now, there's a good chance that you have heard me talk about the Air Max 90 Infrared at some point. It's honestly just the shoe that made me really recognize the actual craftsmanship that goes into making a pair of shoes, and I honestly just absolutely love it. And the first shoe that I ever restored or customed was a Black Cement 3, which you can actually watch on my channel right now. I'm pretty sure it's the first 3 videos on my channel, just a tutorial on how to repaint an Air Jordan 3, and the first custom was the Darth Maul custom that everyone complained about being too shiny. Hey, just a heads up, I'm fully aware that it's too shiny. I didn't know how to add duller. I just got started. Fucking give me a break. Does your beard attract girls? I mean, I don't know. You guys tell me. I mean, it attracts my wife, if that's what you're asking. I have no idea. Like, I don't really grow it for anyone other than myself. You tell me in the comments. If you're a girl or a guy, it doesn't really matter. Is this thing attractive? Should I get rid of it? Should I keep it? Yeah, it won't really matter what you say. I'm probably gonna end up keeping it anyway. How did you lose all that weight? I actually plan on making a completely separate video for this topic altogether. You guys would not believe how many people hit me up asking me this question every single day. And a lot of people are just like, how did you lose all that weight so easily? Yo, I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, it was not an easy task whatsoever. I've been going at this weight loss and exercise dieting thing for like almost 2 years now, 1.5 years just about, I'm pretty sure, and I've lost about 80 pounds in total. And if I can just keep this video short, the best advice that I can give you to hold you over until I actually make a video about this is to pay more attention to the calories that you burn in the gym rather than focusing on the amount of time that you actually spend in the gym. And clean up your diet too. Hey man, have you ever felt like quitting YouTube? If so, when was that time? Absolutely, and I'm pretty sure that I'm not speaking just for myself when I say that a lot of us have probably at one point in time thought about just walking away from YouTube altogether. See, what you gotta understand, and I know that a lot of you do understand, so this is not directed towards everyone, just the people who do what I'm about to talk about. And like, just because you see us on your computer screen or on your phone or on a television, however you watch YouTube, like, we're not celebrities. We're normal people just like you. We have bills. Like, I work a 40-hour-a-week job, full-time job, just to pay my bills. Like, I don't always have time to be making videos, but I do my best to make time to make videos. So sometimes it just gets a little frustrating to open up my Instagram to see that overnight I got 10 DMs from complete strangers that don't even care about how your day's going, don't even ask you how you're doing, they just want information from you. When you reach a certain level, especially when you're making videos that have the sole purpose of actually helping people, you turn into a search engine. And I do my best to answer literally every DM that comes through my Instagram. It gets flooded so quick. So if you sent me a message on Instagram and if I haven't responded to you yet, just don't get frustrated. Just understand that I have to manage my time the exact same way that you do. And I'll go through and I'll answer these questions, and half the time you don't even get a thank you. It's just like, they'll read the message and then just go continue whatever they're doing. And it's just little moments like that. You can't let it get to you, but sometimes you just don't have any choice but to just let it upset you a little bit. I will admit it has upset me a couple of times where people ask me questions that, and also take into consideration that when I started this, I asked no questions whatsoever. Everything that I learned through observing and just figuring out myself. So when you give someone information that took you years to figure out and they don't even send you a thank you, it just becomes really, really frustrating. So it's little moments like that that actually make me really consider giving up YouTube. But as of right now, I'm not going anywhere. Maybe one day I'll walk away from YouTube. I have no idea, man. Life's a fucking crazy journey, and like I said, I have no idea what's gonna happen tomorrow. What have you found better, Reshoevn8r or Angelus Easy Cleaner? Well, I'm gonna have to say Reshoevn8r, and it's not because I'm an ambassador for them or anything like that. Literally, I haven't used Angelus Easy Cleaner. The only things that I've used is Jason Mark and Reshoevn8r, and I gotta say that I like Reshoevn8r a little bit more than Jason Mark. Are they the same as actual cleaners go? I mean, they very well could be, but I gotta say, for the amount of money that you spend at Reshoevn8r for what they actually send you, it is way more worth the value than what you get from Jason Mark. And no offense, Jason, I stand by your product as well. It's just that I fuck with Reshoevn8r more. Sorry. Are you Edge? Yes or no? And what is your favorite hardcore band to listen to? Short answer, no, I'm not Edge, because fuck you, that's why. Nah, but seriously, I was Edge from 14 to the age of 27, and what pretty much happened is I just started noticing myself waking up in the morning just not feeling it anymore. And it's not like I go out and get fucked up all the time. Like, I still have the same thoughts and opinions on like drugs and alcohol that I did when I was completely straight edge. And it's just that if I have friends back home in Boston that are living this life every single day with an undying passion while my passion is just slowly dying, I'm not gonna call myself that anymore. I feel like I'm lying to myself. I feel like I'm lying to my friends. Like, no, I don't do anything. I just don't call myself straight edge anymore. I still have a massive amount of respect for it, and I still love it to death. Like, it was a massive part of my life for, what, over 10 years, 12 years? I'm not good at math. 14, 27. You get the idea. And what is my favorite hardcore band to listen to? That's a tough one, man. Like, Rival Mob, Caught in a Crowd, American Nightmare, Suicide File, Hope Conspiracy. I mean, I got a Hope Conspiracy tattoo right here, the True Nihilist album art. I've got an American Nightmare tattoo right here. I got a HopeCon shin tattoo, an American Nightmare shin tattoo, so I'd have to say that it's a toss-up between American Nightmare and HopeCon. How much do you weigh? Right now, I weigh roughly between 215 to 220. It really just depends on how much water I drink. Have you ever been scammed in the sneaker customizing business before? No, not one time, to be totally honest, but like, also understand that I'm extremely picky when it comes to accepting jobs. Like, I like working for people that have an understanding of life, that understand that I do have a job and that I only paint shoes on weekends, and that, you know, like, you get some people that will drop off a shoe and it's like, yo, no, I'm sorry, I don't have an update on your shoe that you just dropped off yesterday, especially when I've given them a time frame. Usually I have around a 2-month wait to get work done, and I'll have people keep their shoes here for that amount of time just to keep themselves in the queue. But since I am pretty picky with the actual jobs that I choose, like I said, I'm sure that I've saved myself a massive amount of headache. And when it comes to scamming people for customizing shoes anyway, that doesn't really make sense to me. It's like, if you don't want to pay me, that's totally fine. I got your fucking shoes, bro. I'll just fucking sell those. Can you show your wife? We have never seen her. I mean, eventually you will, but as of right now, she's a little bit camera shy, doesn't really want to get in front of the camera, and I understand that, and I'm not going to force my wife to do something that she's not comfortable with. But you guys would actually be pretty surprised to learn just how much she actually helps out behind the scenes. She's there for everything, you know? She gives me her opinions on things, how I could do this better, how I could do that better. She helps me take my on-foot shots all the time. I mean, if you really want to see what she looks like, you got two options. You can either follow her on Instagram, her username is LadyOnLuck, or you can follow me on Snapchat, because 90% of the time she's in my Snap story. But don't worry, you'll see her one day. Do you buy sneakers on a regular basis? And how can you be smart when buying shoes? Nah, not at all, man. Like, I got other things that sometimes I need to spend money on, like bills. I got a phone bill, internet bill, rent. I gotta go to work, you know, I gotta spend time with my family, things like that. But I also have a rule as well to be smart. If I can't get it at retail and I'm still actively looking for it long after the release date, if I second guess a good price, then I'm clearly over having that shoe and I just walk away. Like, you don't need to buy every single release that comes out, especially when you have brands like Jordan Brand releasing shoes every single weekend. Just pick and choose and be smart. There's really no other way to describe it. You can't really explain how to be smart when it comes to purchasing shoes. Just don't buy too many shoes, I guess. What's the most money you've ever spent on a sneaker? Probably like $350, and the fucking worst part about it was that there were a pair of 1999 Fire Red 5s, and they weren't even in my size. Why did you move to Australia? Why did you move to Australia? Hey, why did you move to Australia? Why Australia? Oh, my wife is here. She lives here. Pretty much long story short, how I met my wife, she was on a vacation or a holiday in the States. I met her there. We kicked it off, we got along great, and you know, I met her in North Carolina when I was living there. She went up to Boston with me, watched my band play our return show. We hung out for like 10 days straight, and we could not get enough of each other. I know it sounds corny, but I would say it's safe to say that I fell in love in those 10 days. Hard too, like I wouldn't have married this woman if I wasn't madly in love with her, and it's completely different to any other relationship that I've ever been in. And don't get me wrong, because a lot of my other relationships are eerily similar right up until this one. So, long story short, I met her in America, she hung out with me for 10 days, she went back home to Australia, She hit me up telling me that she would be willing to buy a one-way plane ticket to Australia. All I have to do is pay for my passport and for my working holiday visa, and yeah, I'm going to take that opportunity. And what I was telling myself pretty much the whole time, and she knows this as well, is that if things even don't work out, like, I still have that life experience of living in a completely new country. Like, if you have any questions as to who you are as a person, just move far away from home. I've been here for just over 4 years now, and I gotta admit, I don't really want to go anywhere else. Like, I got Medicare now. I can see a doctor for free, bro. Free! I got a pretty decent job. Like, I never could find steady work in America. Like, I had steady work, but it was just a fucking shit job. Like, I worked at Stop and Shop in a bakery, and it was just like, if you fucked up even in the slightest bit, they just would crucify you for it. So if I could give you guys any advice, just move away from home. So that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video here. If I did not get to your question, just leave it down in the comment section below. I'm pretty much going to take this and turn it into a new series here on my channel. I'm probably going to do it like once a month, just your most commonly asked questions, and just take 10 to 15 of them and just go all out in a video and just answer them as thoroughly as possible. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much once again for tuning into my channel, and as always, have yourself a good day. Peace.